Luther, I just posted a funny video of Luther this morning. It all blends together.
Oh, my name's Holly.
Oh, you didn't say it right.
Hi, I'm Holly.
I love it. So this is Lou. His nickname is Lou Boo. I have nicknames for all the animals. I get so much crap for it because I don't call them by their original name. They all have nicknames.
You get crap from one person because I have nicknames for them all too.
That's true. I was watching one of my lives the other day with when Jeremy was on it with us, and he was like, I was like, there's Lou Boo, and he's like, Luther, and I'm like, oh, there's Echo Becco. That's Echo. And he's like correcting my names as I go through them.
Hi, Kathy.
But this amazing fella here is known as the British Columbian Black Wolf. Now, from my understanding, it's still... Oh, you want more?
Are they wolf dogs?
Yeah, so everything's technically a wolf dog. They have a mix of something in them. Even though they're high content, they still are considered wolf dogs or wolf hybrids. Our goal with our wolves is to keep the line as pure as we can so that we can be involved in conservation efforts to get them put back out in nature where they really belong, because we're eradicating them right now. Now, wolves are super... You need to look into it because they're decimating the populations of Yellowstone. By releasing them, they are killing thousands of elk because they had to. They had to do that to control the elk population. They had to. It was so extreme that we couldn't do it well enough as humans because we were taking out good and bad, where the wolves came in and they took out the old and the sick first, and then they monitored that, which is just...
Sorry, guys. Her phone decided to let me know she had low battery, and that's why it paused.
Oh. Is it down to 10?
Yeah.
So we'll go up and grab your charger here in a sec. Let me know when we get to 5, and then we'll...
I can't see it, so I don't...
You don't know? Okay.
No.
We'll give it 5 minutes, and we'll go up and get that. Hi, love bug. Just because Luther's being so sweet right now. So this is a subspecies of British Columbian black wolf. This is what they released into Yellowstone. We actually took wolves in 1995 from Canada, brought them down to Yellowstone, and released them, which was the BC black wolves. And now we heavily monitor all the different packs that go throughout
Anacortes, Washington.
Throughout Yellowstone, and people are very, very heavily involved. When people come out to our experience, they're like, "Oh, pack 195, wolf number." Like, people heavily follow the wolves in Yellowstone.
Thank you.
I don't have time for that just because I have to heavily monitor the 15 I have, so I couldn't imagine monitoring Yellowstone wolves on top of our own. Right? They're so cute. Now, wolves do not carry the gene to have blue, green, or brown eyes. They always have a yellowish copper hue to their eyes. It's the trademark of a wolf. That's why when people are like, "Oh, blue-eyed wolf tattoos," that's not a thing. That is a man-made thing. They don't carry the gene to have it. Wolf structure is so perfect that they don't suffer with hip dysplasia or things like that. Now, because they can live longer in captivity than they do in the wild, they can start suffering with arthritis. But other than that, and twisted stomach, it can be very common in wolf dogs too. That's pretty much the only two things that they really, really struggle with. We have had a couple who have done some ear infection kind of stuff, but maybe 4 in the entirety of me working with wolves for 21 years we've had.
How did wolf dogs come about? Stray dogs or deliberately bred?
No, so we have been eradicating wolves for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? And so when Teddy Roosevelt in 1902, he ordered the extermination of...
Willow!
They got ducks today. Hi. Dad, thank you. Oh, you smell like that duck. That is... No, you were just licking a duck. I don't want you licking me after you licked a duck. What did you do?
Kathleen wants to know if she can send money for the raffle through PayPal.
Oh, it smells so bad. Yeah. That's fine.
Do you want to go back to answering the wolf?
Yeah, so in 1902, Teddy Roosevelt ordered the extermination of all predators. And what happened is by the 1930s, we had about 668 wolves left in the Minnesota area. So we actually had to start crossbreeding wolves with dogs to get those populations back up. And that's kind of what, not the start of the diluted the line, but that's what diluted the line. We also, they say in studies that they actually crossbred with Native American dogs. So that's another thing that they talk about too. But we just, as man, we just decide what lives and what dies, and we create detriment to the ecosystem.
Now, the new species that we did not create, they kind of did naturally, are the coy wolves.
Yes.
So wolves breeding with coyotes.
And that is pure survival. And those are found in New York.
They are.
Yeah.
In Central Park.
Yeah, in Central Park. Can you believe that? Wolf mixed with coyote.
Like the studies I've read on them, they're actually more scavengers than hunters, which is pretty amazing.
This makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Try being in the mister, and so you're petting her while she has her little duck, and then Luther or Brian comes by.
So please do know that all of the chickens and ducks that we do get out here that are fully feathered and stuff come dispatched from farmers for us. We don't kill anything out here. We are a no-kill shelter unless it's medically necessary for their health, you know, so they're not suffering. So if they were to bring us,
just like that.
If they were to bring out like, this is if you knew Willow is very protective over her food. So I am honored that she is snuggled up with me with a piece of chicken, but it's also terrifying at the same time. And watching another wolf comes over to grab it. But anyway, we don't kill anything out here. It's very important to us to not do that. We want mercy kills are about as best as we can do at her.
And she found another one.
I don't want any more. Oh, gross. It smells so bad.
She will eventually eat it. She just tries to make sure the boys don't get any of it. Like, I've literally come in and she's been sitting on 3 or 4 of them. Like, she'll sit on them.
I do appreciate you sharing your chickens with me, but I don't want them.
Which is why we also do substitutes so the boys can eat their buckets of meat as well.
Yeah. Oh, man, Willow.
Because Willow is a hog.
She's looking for another one. She's sharing her food with me, so that's an honor. That is an honor